First, is Sandy supposed to speak before me?
No, after.
Oh, okay.
She's supposed to speak
Okay.
after.
Okay, that sounds great. My name is Christy Eggers, and I'm an independent sales director from Glenwood, Arkansas. I do not have my information in front of me, but this is part of my information. Is that pink Cadillac? So before we get started, I kind of want to give you a little background of where these parties came from. And I had shoulder surgery several years ago, and so I needed to make money, and I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't drive, right? So I came up with Skype parties, which was a great thing at the time, but we didn't have Facebook Live then. So then, and I made great money doing Skype parties. Okay, so then my mother broke her wrist, and I had to go stay with her for a month. So all I could do, we couldn't have people come in the house because we didn't want to get her infected. So all I could do was have Facebook Live. So I did about 4 parties a week, and I sold over, it was 3,000 wholesale that month by myself. Okay. So my highest party ever was $1,800. My lowest party ever was $0. That's when I didn't know what I was doing. So now I'm going to teach you how to be able to use this, because y'all, we are so blessed that we are able to work from home and still make an executive income, because in this world today, a lot of people can't do that. So here we go. Now, the first things first, you're going to want to set up a group or an event for this, for your Facebook Live, okay? Now, I have a group already set up, but you can set, it's not hard to set up a group, but we're going to get into the party. If you have questions about the group thing, we can talk about that later, all right? So the first thing I do is I don't wait for people to come in, okay? I don't sit there and say, we're going to wait on people, because you don't know how many people are going to show up. So you have a hostess, or you're the hostess, it doesn't really matter, and you have her invite her friends, and then you just get started when it's time to start, okay? Whether they're there or not, whether you're the only one in the room or not, you get started. So the first thing I do are some supplements, because I want to use the first 7 minutes of the party to let everyone have time to get into the room. Now, your director will be able to email you a list of the supplies that I do use during these parties, but you can change it up to suit yourself, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is some supplements, and I'm going to kind of walk you through this, okay? So I'm going to show them the ultimate goal is the oil-free eye makeup remover. But before we do that, I'm going to take our pencil liner, and I'm going to draw a heart, because I just love hearts on my wrist. And then I'm going to take our waterproof new eyeliner. Don't you just love it? It's amazing. So I have them shout out if they have the products. I have them shout out if they love the products. And then that gets the conversation going at the bottom of the page. Now, at first I had a hard time being able to negotiate the conversation at the bottom of the page and keep the live going. So in that case, what I do is take a friend and I plant a consultant in the bottom of the page who can answer questions. And if it's very important, I happen to have a cell phone next to me so that she can text me if it's something that I need to pay attention to. All right. When your kids were little, did they write on themselves?
Yes.
Mine made each other look like giraffes one time. Okay, so I'm going to take a Sharpie marker, and I'm just going to make another heart on me, because I'm going to show you how to take all this off. My grandkids do the same thing. Then I'm going to show them the eye primer. So I'm going to take our Chroma Fusion eyeshadows, and I'm going to I'll use the green one today, and I'm just my brush, and I'm going to put it on me. Everything is video. They have to visually see everything. Now, here's the ticket with these Facebook Live parties. I sell as much without them having any product to try as I do with them have any product to try. So what I'm telling you is, yes, it's a great idea to send them samples and let them try along with you. But if you don't do that, it's not the end of the world, because look at QVC. They sell a ton of product. And does anybody have anything to try? No. So I just took a little squirt of the eye primer. And then, do y'all see the difference without primer, with primer? Okay. Then I talk about the oil-free eye makeup remover and how it conditions your lashes. And so even if you don't wear eye makeup, you need to wear the oil-free eye makeup remover, right? So it's going to take off waterproof and regular eye makeup. And I take ideally some cotton rounds and shake it up, because that's how you activate it. And then I'm going to show them. And this is just mainly, y'all, to take up time. Because what you're wanting to do is everyone to get in the group before you even start talking about skincare. Okay, and then I show them how easy it is. I tell them, you know, if you wear contacts, which I do, it's going to come off. Isn't that wonderful? So everything has to be visual for them, okay? So the next thing I do after we've done that is we talk about exfoliants, because exfoliants are so important to get that dead skin off your face. It's just like very important. So we talk about the microdermabrasion plus. We talk about the refined step, how you put it on after your cleanser, and how it's going to take a layer of 2 dead skin cells off of your skin. Then you rinse that off real good. Then you follow it with the pore minimizer, which is going to reduce the appearance of your pores. So then we talk about the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel, because that's our other exfoliant that we have. Because I want them to know that we only really talk about skincare, okay? But I want them to know that they need to exfoliate their skin. So I tell them they cleanse their face, they put this on. It's going to bring the dead skin cells, break them apart, bring them to the surface, and then you just wipe it off after leaving it on about 20 minutes. I tell them how often they can use those products, and then we move on. And I talk about the different skincare sets. So what I do is for each skincare set that we have, and I don't have my book in front of me, that's another thing I want to tell you real quick. Okay, so I had a live one day. This is real life, okay? It's live. And I had a live one day, and my mother has this big, long bathroom, and I was in there, and my phone was up on its tripod, and the phone was rear-facing instead of front-facing. So I'm talking to the camera, except I'm not looking at the camera, because that used to make me very nervous, which it doesn't anymore. But I looked down, and they were facing the toilet. They were looking at the toilet, y'all. And here I am talking about skincare. Oh my gosh. Do you know I saw more at that one party, being human, than I did at all the rest of them, because they saw that I was human. Okay. So you be you. Okay. And here we go. So we talk about we have skincare for everyone. We talk about the botanical line, just real brief. We don't go into all kinds of details, but I do tell them that the equivalent of the botanical line is when I started my kids out when they were like 5. And all I used was the cleanser and the moisturizer to develop a habit. Sorry, I keep getting texts. And cleanser and moisturizer to develop a habit. So they cleanse their face in the morning, and they cleanse their face at night, and they hydrate. All right. And they've been doing that since they were little bitty. But what happens now is as soon as they get home from work, they're cleansing their face. As soon as they get up before they have coffee, it's extremely important to start children young with this process. Okay, so then I talk about the men's skincare line, of course. If you can show a visual with this, maybe even some before and after pictures, but you want your main focus to be the 3D set, because that's what most people are going to be interested in. You also talk about the Naturally line briefly, Everything is brief because we want to spend the most time on the miracle set. And then I talk about my favorite Botox in a box set. And we talk about the different parts of it and what it does. But it's quick. Now, we're going to start the main attraction of the whole Facebook Live. So you take a contrasting color to your skin of foundation. And you take on your left hand, it may look opposite on this video, but on your left hand, you're going to put some, okay? You're going to rub it in because remember, everything is visual. Now, the whole time, several times throughout the live, I will tell them, at the end of this live, it's about a 30-minute live. At the end of this live, you're going to want to text your consultant the keywords that are at the end so that she can give you in your phone number so that she can give you a quick call. Okay? What I'm going to tell you in a little bit what we're going to say at that quick call. But right now, you want to plant that seed. We've got to talk to our consultant as soon as this is over. That's going to lead you to the close. Okay? Because if you don't close them, promise you, you're not going to make money. But if you do close them, guess what? You're going to make some money. So I pull out the cleansing brush and I take off the massage head. And on the right hand, I'm going to do the right thing. Get it? Now, I'm using normal to dry today because, you know, my skin is normal to dry. But, you know, if you're combo to oily, you can use combo to oily. And I talk about the 4-in-1 cleanser and the benefits of using special at the end. And I'm like, everybody likes specials, right? So I use the brush. I'm going to clean this hand. And I show them that I'm cleaning it. Okay? And then I'm going to clean that up. Then we're going to pretend like it's daytime because we're going to put on foundation in just a minute. So we're going to use our day cream. Now, our day cream comes with SPF. It comes without SPF. You get to choose. And we use like those tiny chocolate chips that you bake with. If you bake, I don't bake. But if you bake, that's how much you're going to use. Sorry. Okay, so you rub that in. And I don't use the foundation primer. You could, but I don't. I just use that same dark shade of foundation. See? So this is the hand. Now, I do have a ring light that I use if it's nighttime. But you can see right here. This is going to sell miracle sets. Because do you see this hand and how dark it is? Okay, look at this hand. Same shade of foundation. I can almost wear this color, right? Same shade of foundation. But I've used the 4-in-1 cleanser. And you can, the comments are flowing by that time. So then you talk about the night cream. Okay, and you talk about it. I talk about it and say it's like a cell phone charger. You know how you plug your cell phone in at night and it recharges your battery? Well, this does the same thing to your face. It's going to make your face fresh and it's going to rebuild collagen. It's going to do all kinds of great things for you. So I talk about the night cream and then I talk about the eye cream. Okay, so then I show them. We're going to wrap this bad boy up. Okay. So then I show them about, we review the 4-in-1 cleanser. If it's daytime, use the day. If it's nighttime, use the night. And then use the eye cream. Now, we're going to wrap it all up. And I'm going to tell me, we've got specials tonight. But remember, we're going to want to stay till the end so that you can get in touch with your consultant. And you can give her the keywords so that you can be entered into a drawing. Okay, and she's got to talk to you first. And I must say that about 5 times in a life because if they don't talk to their consultant, it's not going to happen. Okay, so remember that brush that I showed you earlier and how we cleaned my hand while you would clean your face with it? Okay, well, this brush does not have batteries. It has a USB charger. And this one came already charged. Go figure, right? So it has 2 heads. It has a cleansing head. And it also has a massage head. This is going to get your circulation going. okay? It's gonna make you feel so good. You just turn it on and oh, you put your serums on and you just rub it on your face and you let you romance the brush, okay? Because we have 3 specials tonight. Does everybody like specials? I like specials. Okay, so special number 1 is the 4-in-1 cleanser. It is the day cream and it is the night cream. Now that is $88. We take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, Cash Check, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Facebook Money, however you want to pay, we'll take care of that. Okay, so with this set, well, with any of the sets that I talk about today, there's going to be 3 sets that I talk about. Any of them, you can get this brush with the 2 heads for $50. Okay, now here's what this is a little background. Side note, okay, I tracked my customers. The customers that order the most reorders from me, guess what they're on? They're on the brush. So there's a common denominator. How many brushes are they going to need? 1. So I want them on the brush. But now here's the deal. You can buy the brush and not the skincare. It's going to be $100. Okay. But if you buy the skincare sets that I'm talking about tonight, you can get this brush for only $50. All right. Okay. So that's set number 1 is the 4-in-1 cleanser, the day cream, the night cream, $88. Okay. Now we're going to take it up a notch. That was a good set. This is the better set. Okay. Sorry. Keep getting text messages. Okay. So here's the 4-in-1 cleanser, day cream, night cream. And you know, eye cream is so important. That's the first place we age. It's the thinnest skin around here. You really need the eye cream. Okay, this set is $110. But guess what? If you get the brush, if you get that set, you can have this brush for only $50. Okay, see, I'm trying to sell them on the brush for $50 to get them on the skincare too. Does that make sense? Okay, the last set of the day is the best set of the day. That's the 4-in-1 cleanser, the day cream, the night cream, the eye cream. And remember at the beginning, I talked about exfoliating and how it is so important to exfoliate your skin. Well, we're going to throw in the microdermabrasion plus. But wait, you're going to get something really special when you get this set. Now, this set is $165, but you're going to get this amazing, beautiful roller bag. Now, mine has my name on it. Yours won't, but we can work out a hostess credit, and you can have one with the name on it, too. So, here's the roller bag. Now, look. It opens up. The pockets come off. If you're just going camping, you just want to take your skincare, totally fine. You just take that pocket. It has a swivel hook at the top, so it can hang in your bathroom, or you can roll it up and put it underneath your sink. Now that's going to come with our Ultimate Miracle set, which is the best set of all. And it's going to be absolutely free today. Isn't that exciting? So in that set, let me remind you, the 4-in-1 cleanser, the day cream, the night cream, the eye cream, and then our powerful exfoliators. You're only going to use these a couple times a week, so it's going to last you a good long time. All right. So remember I told you there were keywords at the beginning and during the thing. I'm going to give you the keywords now. And what I want you to do is I want you to message or text your consultant your phone number and these words. Okay? You ready? I want to win. I want to win. Those are the keywords that you're going to text her. She's going to give you a quick call, and then we're going to be good to go, and you'll be entered into the drawing. Okay, so fast forward. Goodbye. Have a good day. Do I do a lot of marketing? No. Here's the thing. They see the marketing. They see the interest. We have recruited several people from these lives because they see they can do this from home too. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about what you say as a consultant when you talk to those people. This is so important. 3 of the most important questions on the planet. If you don't say these questions, you're not going to sell sets. And that's your goal, to sell sets. Okay, so question number 1, did you have fun tonight? And I try to do a little humor in there so they do have a little bit of fun. Did you learn anything new? And then the last question is, of the sets that Christy showed, of the 3 sets that Christy showed, which is the best for you? And then zip your lip and let them talk, because if you talk next, you lose. And then you tell them. If they ask you again, you explain to them the sets. Important rule, do not, on your live, put the set sheet, because they won't watch the video. They'll just look at the prices and move on, okay? Now, another great thing that you can do, after she tells which set she wants, you say, would you like the brush to go with your set for an additional $50? Okay? Then you close the sale, you get the money, and you ask them, hey, did you have fun tonight? I know you did. Listen, do you want to get together and do a Facebook Live party for you where you can earn free products? Does that sound like a good idea? And you're shaking your head, yeah, even though you're on the phone. So you do that, and then you can also call them on Facebook Messenger, but they're going to give you their phone number. So you close the sale, you book a party, just like you would normally would. And then you ask them if you can share more about our opportunity with them. But you close the sale first. You get the sale. They need to feel what it's like to be a customer, even if it's just for a little bit. Okay? So, let me see my notes. Okay. Another thing, if there's people that were invited to the party, but for whatever reason did not attend, your hostess can tag them in the video. She can also message out the video, copy the link, message it out to them, and tell them they have 24 hours. Would they please help her by watching this 30-minute video? And then contact them back. Now, is everyone going to buy? No. But I had an $1,800 party. That's pretty good. And it's the follow-up. It's the follow-up, y'all, that is so stinking important. Because in this time, this day, in this age, people need this. They want community. They want to take it. And, during economic hard times, which we're not in one, but during economic hard times, alcohol, tobacco, and makeup are the highest sellers on the planet. Because people want to feel good, and however they can feel good is what they're going to do. So we have the tools. Let's do this. You can also send them samples if you want to do it that way. It just takes a little bit longer. You have to go into more profiling and things like that. But I thought we were going to have a visitor. So anyway, does anyone have any questions? Because we can open it up for questions now. I have a list of the supplies. I have a list of how the agenda, how it kind of goes. You do want to show your hands. Isn't that crazy, y'all? This sells miracle sets right here. Okay, so does anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
It takes about, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. It takes about what?
I forgot what I was going to say, so go ahead.
Were you going to say it takes so long to do?
It takes 30 minutes to have a party, but let me tell you this. It takes longer to close the guests, to get it all together, than it does for the whole party. So what I'm saying is, do not get frustrated, okay? And if you only have her invite, she only invites 5 people, so be it. You've got to decide on your hostess gift though, because sometimes it's different for different people. Let me tell you this though. Because most of my customers are not from where I live. They're from across the United States due to these parties. All right. So I do use customer delivery service. Okay. When they buy a miracle set or they buy their miracle set and their brush, if they order that, plus I send them a microdermabrasion sample if they didn't purchase microdermabrasion, and I send them a color card based on their eye colors. The reason that I do that, you're allowed to send 2 free samples. The reason I do that is because I want to get back together with them for their second appointment. So they already have the product. Every single time that you send a CDS order to them, you're allowed 2 samples. So you can send a lookbook, but you've got to write down what you send, okay? And then you have to follow up with what you've sent. Now, if they buy, my customers start out around $100, $150 for their first purchase. Then when they reorder, my customers know the more their reorder is, the more free they're going to get from me. So I will send them a full-size product. This month, what I sent them for their full-size product was the new liquid eyeshadows. I picked out the one that I thought would go best with their eyes and the one that I thought that they would use the most. And I sent that with them. Well, guess what? When they run out of that, they're going to want some more. So I take a customer from $100 to $150 in orders to up to $200 a time in reorders, because they know they're going to get free from me. And I take it and I really analyze what products they're on to decide. Like it might be the moisture renewing gel mask. If they spend, $150, that might be their gift. I usually use section 1, but you are allowed to send 2 section 2 items in there for free. Okay. Okay, now the questions. I'm sorry. Just keep talking.
I have a question. When you create that group on Facebook, do you say how many days ahead of the party do you create it? And could you post like a 3-minute video for the opportunity?
Yes.
Okay.
You can post a video for the, I have so many of those parties created. Here's the deal, y'all. Every time we have new products come out, you can go in there and say, oh, I'm coming to you live on Thursday night at 7 o'clock because guess what? We have new products. And then you can just show the new line for about 10 or 15 minutes. So this is an ongoing, it can keep going.
So did y'all get that? She keeps that group open and she writes that down and she can go back in and go live anytime in that group. But she creates a new group.
Your goal is not just
for every party you create.
Your goal is not just to get them. Yeah. And your goal is not just to get them on the miracle set, but to get them extremely deep into the product line. When you do that, it makes it easier for them to recruit, right? Then when they do become a team member of yours, you change the name of the group and that's their customer group. Okay? Because that's already their friends. They're already their customers.
I do have
more questions.
I have a question. So when you do like your Facebook parties, are you, besides them inviting like their friends, are you putting like any personal, not personal, but any of like the product information, like just, some things like for them to see ahead of time? And like Paige was, Paige was asking about how many days in advance do you create the party? Do you do it like right away, or you work on it like a couple days?
About as soon as it's booked, but usually that's a week to 2 weeks out. So I go in there and I do not feature the miracle set. I talk about, there's a video on Mary Kate, on YouTube. It's called The Heart of The Heart of the Company. I post that one. I do post the men's skincare video. I post the botanical video because we're not really going to talk about that. See what I'm saying? I try to keep the focus on skincare because that's where your repeat business can come from. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Great.
once you finish, you can follow it up with a recruiting video. Although, here's my deal. I like to go live with that too. Because I feel like I get to know them better and not everyone, So anyway, not everyone's cookie cutter. I'm sorry. Kristen Sharp keeps texting me. We had a virtual event last night. It was great. So anyway, but that was a hydro experience and for another day. So
unmute yourself.
Any more questions?
I've been unmuting all of you and muting all of you, but some of you have background noise. So if you have a question for Christy, then you unmute yourself if you can.
Okay, thank you, Christy.
You're welcome. I do have a YouTube video that I can send you your director, and it's actually a party that I did live so that you can see the full thing. Is that something y'all might be interested in?
Yes, Christy, that sounds great.
I would love to see that.
Okay.
Right.
Awesome.
And also, if you would send that to me, Christy, I would really appreciate it.
Yes, we'll send it to everyone.
Okay, thank you.
I would like that too.
Now, you got to remember that I'm not perfect, and probably the one I'm going to send to you, the dog opened the door and came in the house. It just happens. But you know what? It adds a little humor to the evening, right? Y'all,
right.
one day the camera fell on the floor, came off the tripod, fell on the floor, and landed between my legs on the floor. So anything can happen.
Didn't she,
But you just got
didn't
to
she
pick
do
it
a
up and
great
go
job,
on.
y'all? Yeah. Anybody have any questions? That was amazing. I'm excited about the YouTube video coming our way, Christy. That was amazing. I love watching you do that. It does make such a difference when you're able to watch. Okay, are we ready for our next teacher? Sandy. Sandy's going to come and she's going to give us her affirmation, and she's going to share right now on why it's so good to have silent hostesses and outside orders. Y'all stay tuned. We have a lot more coming. Not a lot more, but some good stuff.
All right. Well, good morning. I'm the excited director of Sandy Farmer's Destiny Stars. We are destined to win. We are kicking it up this year. God is who he says he is. God can do what he says he can do. I am who God says I am. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. God's word is active, alive in me. I believe God. The best is yet to come. And we need to all believe that the best is yet to come, no matter what we've done, what we haven't done. Lick your finger, turn the page, start again. All right, good. I want to talk to you, like Tina said, about silent hostesses. So money, and more money. Who's up for it? We would love someone to help us to earn money. Who would love that? Yeah, 100% of us would, right? Added income can increase when we establish other layers of sales. In our sessions, we have on the go, we have online, and we have what we used to call trunk shows, which with a lot of people. And we have on the face sales, and that's from our different sessions that Paige had talked about. In our beauty experiences, our sessions, we offer the hostess extra incentives to get outside orders because before the beauty experience begins. It can show our customer the excitement of the sale and reaching her ultimate goal. And what is that? Free product. Well, have you ever thought about silent hostess program? And you can have as many silent hostesses as you want. Here's the launching pad for you. You make it your own. Here's an idea. So expand from there. Okay, and I'm not sure if Paige is going to show this or not, but I have a little program thing called Mary Kay Angels 2020 Challenge. Win up to $100 in free products, in Mary Kay products. You sell a minimum of $20 to 20 people, and you're the winner. You get to shop in my store for free. You win $25 in product for every $100 you sell. Okay, and then this is, okay, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but this is my, that's okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is, I use a white envelope, and let's see, I thought I wrote it down which size it is, but anyway, it doesn't matter. You can see it. This is a regular size sheet, and what I read to y'all before, that's what's on here. And so on the inside is what I do. This is the log to put down their sales. You put their first and last name, phone number, the item, the quantity of that item, the amount, tax, and total. And then on the bottom, it shows to make the checks payable to me, Sandy Farmer, and I put my name, my number on the bottom. And it also has, this is record keeping for me. It has the hostess name, the hostess cell number, and this is important, the date that it's due back. And I recommend, now you can have some exceptions, but I recommend that you limit it to 1 week. They can gather sales for 1 week. And I'm excited about that. And because I'm kind of a detail person, this is too small a space for me. So I'm including our sales tickets, because you can have more information on here. You actually get their address and their email on here. So I'm including that in there. I'm also including my business cards, not 20 of them, but maybe at least 5. And then I'm enclosing an envelope. And once again, I have my name on the bottom and my telephone number, because, you know, she may be like me and forgot, you know, what the number was, or can't find something that has the number. So I always put my name and the number everywhere. And then enclose the book and enclose a pen or 2. And I forgot to tell you on the envelope, that sheet, but I also have my business card, because, you know, some people, you know, we know about the DISC personalities. Some people may be a C, and they need to know that this is on the up and up. Anybody could print that off, but then here's an official business card on this envelope. So I put that on there too. So does anybody have any questions about that? I'm excited. I have one silent hostess, and we kind of work things a little bit different than what I've shown here. And she's a pastor's wife, and she has brought me so many different sales from different weeks and stuff, and I'm excited about it. I wanted to close with words from Mary Kay, and I love this quote. Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves by what they think they can do. You can do as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. Is there any questions? Okay, I turn it back to you, Tina.
Is anybody having problems? Anybody else? Are we frozen? Are y'all all here?
I'm here.
I don't want to get out on me.
I'm here.
I have
Okay.
a question for Sandy.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I might have missed it when I was writing down notes. Do you have a script that you use to get them to be your silent hostess? Something, a conversation opener, or?
And you say your name's Christy?
Trisha.
Trisha, I'm sorry. Trisha, I am good at just ad-libbing, girl.
Okay.
And I like to offer this. I want to be in front of people. And if there's no way they can do that, you know, I've got 2 girls right now that I'm working with, and college students. They work full time. They're in school for full time, but they can take this around and get orders for me. And so it's kind of like I'm a find a way, make a way person. And this is one more added. I put no effort into that except putting that together. And so I just go over, you know, you can have this in front of you and you can just read exactly what's on that. And just say, and girl, do you think you can get that back to me in a week's time? And because most people want free product. And when they host a party for you, you know, some people might be doing it just to help you. And some people may do it because they like parties, but the majority of the people, would you not say, they want free product? That's why I joined Mary Kay, is to get my products at cost. I was not going to sell products, but I went to meetings and I learned, and here I am, you know. So, and this is another way. Thank you for that question. This is another, I like doing this. Number one, it gives me more money. Plus, it exposes them to someone who, like me, they thought, I cannot sell. I'm not talking to anybody. I cannot sell. You can sell. Most people can talk one-on-one. Maybe in a group they might have trouble, but one-on-one, people don't have trouble talking. And that shows them, maybe I could do this. Man, she took home 50% of the profit. Maybe I can do this. So it's a two-edged thing, you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Yay. All right. Isn't this good information? I'm telling you, y'all, I have this is my 6th page of notes. So just when you think you've learned it all. So good job. Well, I'm excited to hear from Dana Gillespie Gates. I was wondering if she or Bo, her dog, was going to do the talking. I did notice that Bo had the chair earlier, so yes, I was thinking he might have something to say. But anyway, when she leaves to go do something, I'll give a chair. I love that. But we love Dana, and we can't wait.
Good morning. I just want you to know, Bo has his shirt on that we really should all adapt this in our life. This says size doesn't matter. You can see he's pretty small. I am Dana Gillespie Gates. I'm a find a way, make a way, let nothing stand in my way kind of chick. I go where others fear to go and do what they refuse to do. And in the end, I become all God created me to be. Watch me become NSD, Dana Gillespie. You know, you guys, we are in a different time in the world right now. And Paige, unmute everybody, because this is the end, I think, and I really would love to hear from you guys as I talk
a little bit.
But I just want you to know that
if you love the product, then you can sell it. And I do love it. I love talking about the skincare, and I've noticed.
Oh my goodness.
Dana, I can't unmute everybody.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
if y'all feel, several of you unmute that are paying attention. I love that somebody else is not paying attention today. That's funny. Okay, I just want you to know that we are in a different time in the world, obviously. And as much as we can, we live in a pink bubble, and we try to keep the real world out. And that's what we need to do, because God created us for this time, but he called us to be positive. And the people that spread joy, and we did such a great job with that with Mary Kay. But I know there has to be consultants on here that are thinking, but the world is shut down, people are at home, this is a scary time. And I just want you to know, I started this business in December of 2000, and I was in my last month of DIQ on September 11th, 2001. And the world shut down. And for weeks, we were glued to the TV, just like you have to admit that you've watched some lately. I finished DIQ that month. Although Mary Kay I've been around and watched Mary Kay deal with September 11th, 2001. And I'll tell you what they did for that. I watched them deal with Katrina because I'm from Louisiana, and what Mary Kay has always done has been absolutely incredible, the right thing, and they will, whatever it requires, they will do the right thing above and beyond in this, if it requires anything. And I can assure you that Mary Kay headquarters, they are praying every day for all of us in this situation. But September, they sent us a letter and said, this is unprecedented situation. We've never really dealt with it before. We realized that the world shut down, and we want to give you guys 2 extra weeks to finish DIQ. I personally thought there was no possible way I'm taking 2 more weeks. I mean, no, they were going to extend it for a month. So I was like, I am not going through this for another month. So I finished September 2001. And during Katrina, they came in and they looked at the prior year's commission for all of these directors and consultants that were affected by Katrina. They averaged it out. They paid them for 5 months. They sent them new showcases and $1,000 worth of product. Mary Kay is a phenomenal place to be. You guys, if there is no other reason than knowing that Mary Kay loves us and will do the right thing for us, women need this opportunity. And this is a gift. This is a gift. And so this gift, you have the ability to give to everybody. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost anything. So go share this opportunity, because God created you for this time. He put you in this place. He is not surprised by this situation. And he didn't bring us this far to leave us. We are what we think, though, and we have to change our thoughts. One of the scriptures that has always carried me through is Philippians 4:8 says, finally, brethren, and I change it to finally, chicks, whatsoever things are good, pure, holy, if there be anything good about it, think on these things. Dwell on, put your thoughts on good things. And the other scripture is Mark 11:24 that says that if there be anything that you want or need, that you ask and that will be done. So basically, you have what you say you have. And our attitude, how many of you realize that when Mary Kay said, go into the world and imagine everyone with a sign around their neck that says, make me feel important or make me feel special. If you live that every day, you know that you make a difference and that people love to be around you. And so right now, our goal in our job is to share joy, which we always do. But there are women that are going to be home with their kids and they want to get out. So have parties in the park. I mean, if you don't want to have Facebook Live parties, which I absolutely loved what you said, Sherry, but I mean, these women, they're going to be crazy with kids in the house. Invite them all to go to the park. You don't have to be close to each other, and their kids can play, and you can sit around a table at the park and have a Mary Kay party, you know? I mean, just get creative. Get creative. And I absolutely love Sherry, I absolutely love the Facebook Live party. Absolutely loved it. I learned a lot. Thank y'all very much for today. And personally, I really enjoyed this because I didn't have to get dressed up, but then I spilled my coffee on myself. So then I was afraid I was like, my rear end was in the camera instead of my face. Okay, because I was bending over. Anyway, I hope that you guys will all take to heart that God has given us as a country and the world a time of quiet, solitude, rest to be with our families and take care of ourselves emotionally and spiritually. And this is the time. But make it fun. Make it fun. Y'all want to come to my, hey, everybody's invited this week to my pool. Okay? We'll heat it up and we'll just play in the water. If that's what y'all, you know, just make sure you're having fun, because when you're having fun, people want to have fun and they want to be around you.
That's right.
Anybody have anything?
Amen.
Good job.
Yeah.
All right. I'm back to you, Tina Blue.
Oh, yeah. Back to me. Yay. Dana, you're so funny. I love it. I think she's had a wardrobe change during she did tell us she had a wardrobe change during our event. Y'all, if one thing you can see about these Mary Kay Zoom or Facebook Live, you just got to know that you're human. You know, you're not an actress that's, you know, trying out for something to get a job. You know, really, you just got to be yourself and just be your own fun, best version of yourself. And I agree with Dana. Right now, we do have to trust Mary Kay, and we got to trust God above all. And I do love what you said, that he's not surprised at where we are right now. This has come as no surprise to him. So I just think we all need to come together and remember to pray for our country, pray for our business, pray for our leaders, but we need to continue to work. Yes, this is a time that we need to work, because when I first heard all this was going on, my first thing was people are canceling cruises. They're canceling all these big events and vacations that they have scheduled. You know, they've had them scheduled for a year or two, or for a year, and they've been looking forward to that. So everybody's kind of let down right now. Well, people aren't afraid to come together when there's 3 to 6 people around the table with their friends. So we have something to offer them to take place of what they didn't get to do, but can be fun, exciting, and exhilarating for them. Plus, we have an opportunity to offer those who are getting laid off from their jobs. So I think it's a great time to build a successful Mary Kay business. And I'm super proud of all of you, all of our teachers. I ended up with 7 pages of notes. You are fabulous. And thank you all of our consultants that took time on a Saturday morning to be with us. And thank you for all the directors that will share any information that they have with each of us to pass out to our consultants. And I just want you all to have a great weekend and know that God is in control, right?
Right. That's right.
That's
All
it. That's all I got.
All right. Love y'all.
All right.
So
Thank y'all,
you so
everybody.
much.
Have a great
Thank you.
weekend.
Bye. Bye.